Hello, welcome to my side of the mountain. I'm Chris Moore, Krissy's Over the Mountain Crochet. We're working on a slip stitch technique. I used 2 strands when I made this basket, and it looks just as beautiful on the back side as it does on the front, depending on what kind of texture or color you want on your product. This placemat held only 1 strand, but those stitches just seem to float on the top of that placemat. It's such a nice treatment. I'll be showing you how to do this slip stitch technique. And here we go. I have a base already. This is 3 rows of single crochet. I am at the end of that 3rd row. So in the Lemon Farmhouse patterns, it has you at the end of the row, it has you picking up the contrasting color. Here we go. I'm at the end of the row. Right there we go. Picking up the contrasting color when you chain 1 and turn. All right, there we go. Chain 1 and turn. Now, this is nothing but slip stitches all the way across. This is your first stitch. You insert the hook and you pull up the loop, and it's a generous loop, and then pull it through. There you go. Now do that in the next stitch. Pull up the loop. I do this as a 2-step process. If I try to do this all at once, it's too tight. I'm really wanting these stitches to be generous and to float on top of the work. So you can see, oops, I almost yarned over. But pull through. So there we go. Insert hook, draw up the loop, and then slip stitch through. Now this stitch is easy. It's the row afterward that can be considered an intermediate stitch, but I think you can do it. If you've been crocheting for any time at all, you should be able to use this technique. This is a 2-step technique. Doesn't that look nice? Look at how they are just floating on the top. It looks so nice. Let me get going a little faster for you. This is a technique you can add to any crocheted item. It adds no height to your product. We're at the end. There's the last one. Slip stitch. Now we need to cut the yarn. The yarn needs to be cut. I forgot to cut the yarn, the white yarn at the end of that single crochet row, but look at the back. See those 2 loops? Those loops are where we will be executing the next row, which is a single crochet row. We'll just put our hook right underneath those 2 loops. That can be a little finicky, but I think you can do it. Watch me and I'll show you how. So here we go. So cut the navy yarn and then cut the white yarn. All right, here we go. Cut the white yarn. Oh, I have to be dramatic. Here we go. Okay, so we're at the end of the slip stitch row, but the end requires that we cut the navy or the contrasting color and pick up the white or the main color as we are chaining 1 and turning. So chain 1 and turn. Let's tighten those down a little. Okay, chain 1, turn. All right, now we have to, I want to get everything secure here. All right, we're secure. Those 2 loops, put your ring finger behind those 2 loops and use it to push, as a place to push. It's a little finicky, this first one especially. There we go, we're through there. Yep, now yarn over. You don't catch the navy at all. Yarn over and make a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, let's do that again. The second one is much easier. Just under those 2 loops, yarn over, single crochet, under the 2 loops, yarn over, single crochet. There we go. Okay, this is really a fun stitch. You can add this to a hat, add it to a little girl's jacket, add it to so many different things. A t-shirt that you're crocheting or a tank top. Look how nice that looks on the front. You just have those loops floating. It adds no height to the product whatsoever. It's just a technique that adds texture, adds color. It's a lot of fun to work with. I enjoy learning new techniques, and I hope you're enjoying this also. But this last little step here, this making the single crochets in the back of the row, that is what I would consider an intermediate step. But I think you can do it. Okay, we're at the end. There's the next to last stitch. Now this last stitch is a little tight, but it's there. It doesn't look like there are 2 loops in the video, but they are there. And just get your hook underneath there, pull up a loop, and there you go. Whoops, didn't mean for that to happen. Okay, here we go. All right, now look, this is the back of the work, and it adds a pop of color also, but wow, the chains just sitting on top is so lovely. I really like this technique, and it adds just the right amount of color, especially to the Lemon Farmhouse table decor items. Just really a cute technique to use. You could add this anywhere, just anywhere. So it was good to have you on my side of the mountain today. I hope you'll join us for the second launch. That mini bean stitch, that yellow mini bean stitch, I will teach that next. Such a nice technique that goes along with that slip stitch. It was good to have you on my side of the mountain. I hope you'll come again soon.